If you ever thought Samia Suluhu was the top goon in East Africa, you must be mistaken. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni takes the win by a mile, and I say this cause tomorrow the Ugandans will be voting for their preferred presidential candidate. However, prior to the elections, they're already beginning to read mischief. In fact, the whole purpose of this video is to walk you through the unprecedented actions of the Museveni administration. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1. To prevent the world from knowing the vile things happening in Uganda, Kaguta Museveni has decided to shut down the internet for all people in the Ugandan airspace. Just have a look at this press release document from the Ugandan Communication Commission, and I quote. Let's start with the header, which reads, temporary suspension of the public internet access and selected mobile service during the election period. And then we'll only read this paragraph, which has been bordered in red, and I quote, the suspension is effective 13th January 2026 at 1800 hours 6 p.m. and will likely remain in force until a restoration notice is issued by the UCC. During this period, all non-essential public internet traffic must be blocked. Public internet traffic includes but is not limited to social media platforms, web browsing, video streaming, personal email services, and messaging applications, among others. The suspension applies to mobile, broadband, cellular, fiber optic, leased lines, fixed wireless access, microwave radio links, and satellite internet services. So you can't even use a satellite banner phone. If they catch you, you are done. And if you thought it's a joke, this graph from NetBlocks shows that the internet is actually down in Uganda as we speak. So I guess Ugandans can't even see this video. The only Ugandans who are able to see this video are the ones who are currently outside of Uganda or in other regions. Kama uko ndani pale, giza. Now let me shock you even further. Our own president and our own MPs passed a law giving President William Samoei Ruto the ability to also switch off the internet. Kwa hivyo tusishangae Waganda sana, we could be next on the chopping block. Ikifika 2027, pengine majamaa wanaiba kura ama kuna kazi ya ugun mahali inaendelea. Even if I did an analysis, I can't access YouTube to post it for you to see. You can't communicate on TikTok, X, haipatikani. Even Google, you will have no information. You will have to wait for newspapers. And even the newspapers can be frustrated because it's a physical thing. Inakuwa printed mahali fulani, inakuwa put in transit by a certain vehicle from point A to B. They can curtail the movement of those newspapers. How will we then know what is truly happening in the country? It'll be impossible. Utakuwa unasikiza jirani, wewe umesikia aje, kunaenda aje, ama unapigia mtu wenu ambaye ako Nairobi, ambaye ako Mombasa, or whichever area of interest that you'd like to have intel about. So we must be very careful. Hii kitu inahitaji maandamano. We must repeal that law and we must get our leaders on camera confirming that they will not switch off the internet, they will not affect fiber optic cables, satellite internet, mambo ya Starlink na zingine. They should keep off completely from trying to curtail the flow of information. Number 2, much as elections will be tomorrow, January the 15th, the main challenger for Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is none other than Bobi Wine. Now here's the interesting thing. Even Bobi Wine himself is not sure if he will be on the ballot. No rehearsals were done in Uganda. You know, usually in Kenya, our IBC will call the candidates, whether any MP or whoever, you will be called at some juncture to check the ballot papers. Not all of them, just a few, a sample for you to say, okay, my name is okay. You have used the right image. There is no error. You sign, you say mambo iko sawa. If there's an issue, you say, they rectify. If they refuse, now you have to go to court and see what you can do about it through a court order if you are lucky. In Uganda, you are equal. You have submitted your documents. You are not too sure if your name will be on the final ballot paper. Sababu you are not being given access. You will go there to vote, unapata hata huko. You can only vote for your challenger. So tomorrow morning, Bobi Wine will know for sure if he is even contesting or not. And the best way I think for him to know ni kama akifungua dirisha anaona kuna Land Rover zimekaa hapo. The guy is always under house arrest. I don't think ataruhusiwa kupiga kura. Na ndo maana wanazima internet amongst other evils. Number 3, wealthy Ugandans who are anticipating a lot of mischief in the country have already started flocking in Kenya. Over the past 3 to 4 days, we've seen an influx of Ugandan number plates with Benzes and all these other SUVs. Just check out this tip.
Wase, kwa Museveni kama kumeanza kunuka. Ndio wadosi wameanza kutorokea huko, ndio hao. Ndio wana Chrome Kilimani kileleshwa, Hana mwenye anatembea nazo. Alafu ndio wale wapigange kura. By the way, wadosi wapigange kura. Si maskini ndio tunapigananga na polisi na kwa ballot pale.
To be honest, I wish the Ugandans peaceful election period. Hata kama huyo jamaa anaiba, we can just pray that they don't kill innocent Ugandans or even foreigners. Kama kuna nchi ingine hapa ambaye ni jirani, wanatuchukia sana wa Kenya. They detained most of us, killed even Kenyan teachers and so on and so forth. So we're just hoping for peace. Hata kama itaibwa, because huyu jamaa ni desturi yake kuiba, but let life continue with normalcy. Anywho, let's see what Kenyans next had to say about this, and I quote. Steve Wozniak said, "Nothing changed except fear. When ballots threaten power, a tyrant reaches for the kill switch, silences citizens and calls it security while pretending democracy still exists on election day itself." Papa Doc said, "I think the East African presidents have decided this is their modus operandi during elections. Kenya wajaribu hii ujinga, the country will burn." Habakkuk Real said, "That sounds like a Uganda problem. As good neighbors, we will be watching without interference. Thank you, very important." That sounds very backward considering pia sisi tuko na bili ya kuzimiwa internet. Ukizimiwa pia wewe watakuangalia tu, so let's help where we can. TJ the Kenyan said, "At least M7 is bold enough to say it before he shuts it down. He's a self-confessed human rights abuser and a proud dictator at that, so it's therefore within his rights." Now hapa Kenya tuko na Ruto the hypocrite. Anazima, then anaua watu, then denies alizima and blames dolphins. Blames dolphins is quite extreme. But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office partitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@suimas.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.